Yeah, see, I got me an idea, and I'ma put it to work, and I'ma gauge my progress by the sign of the word. Now I ain't yet a success, but yes, the word that I stress, cause by the time you hear the CD, count the steps that I've left, I'm passing all the...
La zafra ya comenzó, negro afila su machete, enjuega tu ve y vete a trabajar bajo el sol. Check it out. I hope y'all ready. You know what I'm saying? You sharpen up that machete. You ready to go work under the sun? So check this out. It's another Monday, and we ready to do it again. Once again, right? I'm hoping that you're going to get motivated. I'm hoping that you're going to get inspired today, and I'm hoping you're going to look at the rest of the week as an opportunity to make your life phenomenal, right? So here we go. Last week, I started talking about a little something, and I mentioned about potential, right? And my boy called me up, and he was like, yo, let's talk about that. Let's talk about potential, right? Because you was talking about how everybody was saying you have potential, but you really got to show something in order to have that potential. And I was like, nah. So we ended up talking about it, and I figured, check this out. This is a great opportunity for me to talk about that today, right? And let's talk about potential. We're going to talk about potential. We're going to talk about a God-given gift, right? We're going to talk about the differences in the two and the similarities between the two, right? So let's get into it. The Webster's Dictionary says that potential is having or showing the capacity to become or develop into something in the future, right? So that don't necessarily mean you need to show it, right? It says having or showing, right? It's right within the definition, having or showing. So you can have the potential without showing that potential, right? And it's something inside you. I mean, not everything that we have is external, right? We have inward feelings, right? That we can have outward expressions on. You know what I'm saying? So that potential, a lot of times for some people, it's inside, right? And they can feel it. We all got potential. If you can walk, you got potential to be the best walker in the world. Believe it or not, they got walking competitions. I know, I thought that was kind of crazy myself. But I'm saying, you see all them people walking in the mall, you know, they doing their thing, right? They got walking competitions. If you can walk, you got potential to become the greatest walker there is. If you can jog, if you can run, if you can sing, if you can dance, if you can cook, whatever it is, you got potential to be the greatest at it, right? All you got to do is work on it. That's very different than a gift, right? God gives you this gift and you just got it. It's something that you just nice with. You see what I'm saying? You good at it with very little effort. You good at it. People recognize it. You recognize it. You feel it. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? People say, oh, I got my mojo back. You know what I'm saying? And you just killing the game in doing whatever that gift is. Sometimes people get behind a microphone and just start singing, and you like, wow, nobody taught them how to sing. They didn't take no voice lessons, nothing like that. You know, I would categorize that as something like a gift, right? People can look at you and tell you straight trash. Like, yo, man, you cannot sing. You garbage, right? You know what I mean? Like, don't even bother trying to sing. Or you get on the dance floor and they're like, this dude got 2 left feet. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But whatever that is, if it interests you, you can definitely focus your time and your effort and be purposeful in what it is that you do, and you can become a great singer. You can become a great dancer. You can become a great chef, right? So there's a little bit of the difference between your gift and what it is that you got potential in. Now check it. If you don't work on your gift, you're just going to stay being at whatever level it is. You know what I'm saying? You even have potential within that gift, right? A lot of times people don't understand what their gift is. I tell you what, it took me a long time to figure out what my gift was. Whitney Houston, right? That girl could sing, man. I bet you she could sing her entire life. When she first started singing, I ain't necessarily go into the history of it, but Whitney Houston could sing, right? That's her gift. Her voice is her gift. So I'm not saying that you can't sing. I'm not saying that there ain't other people who got the same gift, meaning their voice, right? But there are all the people who want to sing, and they take singing lessons, and they get voice coaches, and they figure out how to do it, and they end up being able to be really, really good singers, right? But that was them actualizing their potential. If you could hum, you could sing, right? That's the difference. Whitney Houston, there ain't going to be another Whitney Houston. There ain't going to be another Aretha Franklin. There ain't going to be another Stevie Wonder, right? Whatever it is, whoever it is, that's their gift, right? And there can be other singers out there who are great singers, but that ain't necessarily their gift, right? They here today, they gone tomorrow, that type of thing. And maybe your gift is your voice too. Great. I don't know that. That's for you to figure out. But let's go on. Personal potential is more about your mental strength, right? And what it is that you're going to do with that more so than that so-called gift that you got. What you need is willpower. You need to have the courage and the firm intention to be able to act on something, whatever that it is, right? That brings us back to that watch me make it happen. That's what it is that can actualize your potential. You need willpower and you need to take firm, decisive action in order to actualize your potential. Whether if it's the potential in something that you're interested in or whether if it's that potential in that gift that you got. Let me tell you about what I was saying last week, right? How I told you I got this love-hate relationship with potential. Everybody used to be like, hey, this kid's got potential. This kid's got potential. And it started to get me mad because I was wondering when it was when my gift was going to actualize itself, right? I had potential in a whole lot of things that really didn't interest me, right? That's how you really know you got a gift, is it interests you. People notice it. You feel it inside, right? It's a gift from God. That's the reason why you know it, right? But let me tell you a little story. These people came and they was trying to get us acquainted or introduce us, right, to band and orchestra and all of that stuff, right? So they let us play around with all the instruments, right? So they put me in front of the drums, and you know me, I like hip hop, right? So I was like, all I had to do was get the 2 sticks in my hand, hit a couple of the drums. The next thing you know, I was like returning to boom bap. I was like boom, bap, boom, bap, boom, bap, right? So anyways, this lady comes up to me and she gives me this flute, right? She don't even give me the whole flute. She gives me just the beginning part of the flute, right? Where your mouth goes, right? And she starts telling, oh, you hold it this way, there, whatever, whatever. She showed me how to do it, right? And then, so I took it and I did it, right? This lady clutched her pearls. She was like, oh, heavens me, right? She was like, you have a gift. And she's telling me that my gift was playing the flute, right? I'm like, I don't want to play no flute. Playing the flute is not my gift. You know what I'm saying? It was either that or the clarinet. I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I feel, I don't know. I felt like she was just trying to unload these instruments on me like, here, don't nobody play these things, right? Because I didn't see how anybody can have interest in the flute. Now, if you like the flute, I apologize. It just wasn't me, right? So anyway, this lady called my house and she told my parents, I feel like your son has a gift and he should play the flute and all this other stuff. Wasn't happening. But my point is that I had potential. If I decided that I wanted to play that flute, I could have played the flute and I probably would have killed the game, right? But that was happening in a whole lot of things, right? It happened in technology class, in home and careers class. I was cooking. I made this pizza dough, and it was like pop, pop, pop. It was like nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I was able to do woodwork and stuff like no problem. I got into wrestling. I just caught on to it like this. You know what I'm saying? I was rapping. People was like, yo, you just killing the game again. And no matter what it was that I did, I would do really good at it, and I felt like I would do it with little to no effort. I got into sales as I grew up. I was #1 salesperson. I got into, you name it, and I was doing it. The one common thread is everybody was like, yo, you got the gift of gab. And I would sit there and think about that, and honestly, I didn't really like that either, because I'm like, what you mean gift of gab? Gab, to me, when you say gab, you ain't saying nothing. You're just gabbing away, right? You go gossiping, gab, 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 gab. But I realized that what it was really saying, even though they weren't necessarily communicating well, was that I have a gift in my ability to communicate, right? And that's the reason why I was so nice at rapping. That's the reason why I was so nice at sales. I would find myself in awe of other people when they spoke, because I would be able to see what the impact that they had when they spoke. And I was like, man, I want to do that. I would see in speaking and communicating, they would be able to excite people, right? They would be able to de-escalate situations. I would see people like, oh, this is not going to be good, right? And somebody would come in and just speak and have this command presence and being able to communicate with them and just really de-escalate the entire situation. And I was like, wow. You know, we'd be able to entertain, whether it be through written or verbal communication. I was just amazed and I was in awe of all of it. And that's when I started realizing, like, yo, you got a little something here. You see what I'm saying? And I would polish that. I would take that gift and I'd clean it up. That's how it manifested itself in my rapping. That's how it manifested itself in my sales. And now here I am. I'm a little bit older now, and I see that this world is missing positivity in it. And I'm like, you know what? I got that gift of communication, of artful communication, and that's why I developed Perpetuate Positivity and Watch Me Make It Happen. So that brings us all the way back to Watch Me Make It Happen. Whether if it's the potential and you haven't discovered your gift yet, whether you have discovered your gift already, you still need to make it happen. You need to be intentful. You need to be purposeful at making whatever that it is happen. Otherwise, you're going to be lost in the sauce. You're going to be sitting there left wanting, like we was talking about last time. Whether if it's you are acting upon your potential, or not acting upon your potential. Whether if it's that you found your gift and now you need to act on your gift, right? You need to cultivate that. You need to work on it. That has now become your it, right? Before I knew what my it was, I was still going hard with everything, right? When I was in sales, I was like, I'm going to be the best damn salesperson there is. I never decided that I wanted to do laundry. I never wanted to own a laundromat. I didn't want to learn dry cleaning skills. That's not what it was. But as I did my laundry, I was like, I'm going to make this laundry the best. When I would iron my clothes, I made sure I had my creases tight, right? And all that did was, again, that built that character inside of me. It gave me those certain set of skills where I understood that I need to make it happen, and I will make it happen. Yes, I can, right? And then I found ways to inspire myself. I found ways to motivate myself so that I didn't need outside affirmations coming to me and people say, hey, you know, you're really good at that. It feels good, right? But I don't need it, right? And that's the reason why I'm doing this. Is my end goal isn't necessarily to be 5 million subscribers. What I want to do is perpetuate positivity. When I get y'all messages and y'all telling me, yo, you know what? These messages came at the right time. Good. That means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. That means that I'm actually living within my gift, right? And that's why it all comes right back to watch me make it happen. You guys are all that seed that we was talking about last Monday that my son, he planted, right? Is that even the seed, you can say that the seed has the potential to become a big tree, right? Or you can say that the seed has been given the gift to become that big tree or whatever plant that seed is supposed to come from, right? Blade of grass, a flower, whatever it is, right? You can, don't matter what you call it, because looking at the seed, you don't see it doing anything, right? It has the potential, but you don't see it doing anything, right? It's inside of it, right? It's that gift or the potential to become, right? But check this out. If you don't add water to that seed, if you don't put it in the dirt, if you don't allow it to have the proper amount of sunlight, that seed ain't going to do nothing except for dry up and sit there. And any type of pressure that's put on it, it's just going to shrivel up, turn into dust, and blow away. Woo! There's another message right there that y'all didn't even notice, right? If you put any pressure on a gift or potential that is not realized or acted upon, it will just turn into dust and blow away. That's what will happen to your spirit. That's what will happen to who you are. You don't want to make that happen. That is not the it that you want to make happen, right? You want to work within your gift. You want to work within your potential. And today's the day. If you haven't started yet, today is the day, because every day that you start working within your potential, every day that you start working within your gift is another day closer to making all your days phenomenal. And that's what we all about, right? Perpetuate that positivity not only in your life, but in everybody else's life, right? My name is Pablo Rivera. I hope that this message inspires you. I hope that this message motivates you. If it did, like it, share it, call somebody up, watch it with them, make it a weekly habit, right? So that every time you watch it, you're watching it right next to your spouse, you're watching it right next to your coworker, whatever it is. Make it happen, okay? And until next time, my name is Pablo Rivera. Watch me make it happen.
A level head on my shoulders when I'm in motion. I'm focused, thoroughly thought of my plans and the execution. You notice, ain't no time to think about it, only time to react. Your intuition under pressure, weigh it down on your back. I scribble thoughts in my palm, I sing it when I get home. Organize my inner visions while I'm chilling and calm. A politician's mind state